It's what makes football trickier than the other sports to prepare a team for the long haul, but also to reach some kind of peak uh, intensity level with all the physical demands of the sport and the injury quotient involved, and being at a certain intensity level every week and peaking against the better teams. And then, as you guys pointed out, with certain players somewhat protecting or babying these players, but then telling them, to run through a brick wall. And that leads us to a couple of super chats. One about CJ Stroud from Ferris concerning him possibly checking out for a week when the conclusion of the season was in peril. And I got to think a lot of these guys were expecting, USC is going to win, TCU is going to win. We're not going to be there anyway. So
I equate it to senioritis, where you finally, it's like, I'm done. I am finally done. And then it's like, oh, no. You've got like 2 more finals. And you're like, what? No, I don't have 2 more finals. And so you've got to, like, as Kevin said, re-engage. I think that is a real thing. And the good news for Ohio State is you have plenty of time to get back in to the fold. And Ryan Day has to make sure that happens. And he was talking about that, and maybe not to, he's talking to us, but also expressing this thought that you now have a second chance. You have a second life. We're not going to be passive. We're going to be loose. There's going to be no fear of failure. You're going to go after it and go get it. And it's like he's talking to the media, but it sounds like he's wanting these words to get to the players as well. You've got a second chance. Why not do something with it?
It's a huge risk reward opportunity for this football team, for this program, and for Ryan Day professionally himself. If they are able to just go off to a Rose Bowl or another bowl game like they did against Utah and play a good opponent, but a worthy opponent to a certain extent, but not on their level. The 10th best team in the country is far worse than the best team in the country. But now the reputation, the legacy is out there to be captured, or to be, another embarrassment could be on the horizon. We also have Ferris. We appreciate the super chats. Ferris, on this one, I got to say, we appreciate your super chat, but you're pretty much writing the answer right there. It's right there for you.
Can I hit on a CJ question? Question real quick. We may or may not get CJ today or tomorrow here in Columbus. He's headed off, obviously, to the award stuff. I presume Thursday, Friday, Saturday, wherever that's going to be. New York, maybe Orlando, and then New York. I don't even know where they do the thing on Thursday, if they even do it in person anymore or not. But certainly to New York for the Heisman Friday and Saturday. And during the course of the weekend, he's going to be doing interviews. There'll be Ohio State reporters there, and they're going to ask him point blank, what happened? What have you done in the 2 weeks since then? Where's your head at? So we're going to get a full idea of what he's thinking. I'm sure he's going to put his best foot forward and try and put a smile on it and say, we're going to go out and give it our best effort for good old State U here on the 31st. And yeah, I got the guys talked into it, and here we go. We're going to go do it. We're going to try, but we'll know. You'll be able to tell from body language this weekend, how has he bounced back from this, I think, a little bit, and how confident he sounds regarding the team that they're going to put on the field against Georgia. If he's kind of tentative with his answers and, we had some guys, or, goes down that path, then, we'll see.
As to critics piling on more with Day if they lose, I mean, is there still room on the pile? I don't know at this point.
As Coop said after the Arizona State Rose Bowl, our great fans are with us, win or tie. So there you go.
I think there'd be people critical even if they did win, just because they didn't win convincingly enough or how they went about it or whatever. But yeah, I do think that, and I've said this, I don't know if I've said it on a show yet or not. It all kind of runs together that people are like, oh, you're playing with house money. You weren't supposed to, you guys weren't supposed to be part of the little 4-team soiree or anything like that. You guys can play fast and loose. Well, there are people calling for his head after the Michigan game. If they go and get beat by 30 points by Georgia, I don't think that those people are suddenly going to be like, we can accept this one. We're okay with this. Especially if a lot of the same problems are still there. So there's, the critics will be loud, and it's going to be a very important game for Ryan Day. But we'll see. Georgia's not concerned about the sleep habits of Ryan Day.